Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for September 19th, 2019, Thursday. So we have 9/19/19. I want to bring up a clarification here. When we say these meditations, and I'm sure that everyone understands that we're shielded and protected from any form of intrusion from low frequencies, which means any civilizations, interdimensionals, or any low frequency applications of dark intent, beam, energy, scans, whatever technology, whatever mental approach application is nullified. That's one thing that we do with these, one amongst other things that we cover in our global guided meditation calls, is that each and every meditation is, and all those participating, and I've said this over and over again, encased in impenetrable spheres. And we use this energy, which is source energy, to buffet and degenerate any frequencies or energies that wish to do any of us any harm, whether it be physical, spiritual, God, anything. Clarify that so that everybody, the millions of you who are participating in this meditation globally, that we're always protected from any form of an attempt of an intrusion whatsoever. And I'm talking about any form of malcontent, negativity, evil subversion, all of it. So I want to clarify that and get that out front. We've had a couple, a few places that have identified mass meditation as being where you're going to be attacked and you're not protected, and the vile ones and other civilizations do us harm and attack us. That's true. But the fact is that when we are continually protected, and not only protected during the meditation, but through the next 24 hours until we engage in the next meditation. So it's constantly reinforced, constantly energized. There is no break in our flow of protection whatsoever. So if anybody discusses or comes up to you and says, well, global guided meditation, you've got, all those people, humans participating, and, they're a bullseye for all of the nefarious, negative, dark, low frequencies on attack. Not us, not us. And we're going to, one of our sisters gave a, which I thought was quite interesting. And what I want to do is I want to share this with everyone, because I think it's quite interesting that this came through at the time it did. So, when we talk about our enhanced protective shield, we talk about the perfect sphere around us. So first you put the purple transmuting flame, then the violet ray, and finally St. Archangel Michael's blue flame. Now this prevents negative from attacking you. And you fill the inner part of your sphere with the purple Raphael's emerald green flaming healing light, the deep, eternal, golden, white, pink light. And you send all of these outside your sphere. So the purple transmuting flame neutralizes anybody and anything that is trying to attack you. The violet ray purifies and uplifts the surroundings. Archangel Michael's blue flame combats whoever is trying to attack you. The pink light surrounds all outside and gives love. And the golden white pink light puts Prime Source Creator God's love around everyone. So we do pretty much that. So we're constantly being embraced and encased energy. Now, understand that the mind is very tricky with the ego. So the mind creates these thoughts. So you hear this stuff. You hear derogatory things that are stated. The mind picks that up. The subconscious mind picks it up, dictates it to the mind. The mind then turns around with the ego and then sends these thoughts to you of worry, stress, and fear. Anything, and I mean anything, that is directed to any of you that causes fear, uneasiness, negativity, is not coming from a benevolent source. It isn't, bottom line. Because we know that in this 3D matrix, in this construct of the anti-civilization and annihilation, it is always based on forms of fear. Now, that fear is literally put into civilization from different fronts, and I'm sure all of you have experienced this. So it's an automatic giveaway when any energy, any frequency portrays fear and instills fear. It could be done attacking meditation. It could be done just literally during the course of the day. It can be done at work. It's everywhere, and we've all seen it. In order to negate it, that's why for almost 600 meditations, we have been constantly protecting and enforcing our fields of the golden white pink light of Prime Source Creator God, Mother, Father God, our family, and Source creation, period. Understand that Source creation is the source of all creation, ever, ever. And so even the low frequencies are Source creation, all of them. Remember, as time goes by, as I has given everybody a heads up, you will see more and more of this trying to dispel, and it can be subtle, it can be even benevolent in its approach towards our global guided meditation. So just be aware and understand that we have no interest in entertaining anything that is fear. Low frequency is fear. Low frequency is anxiety, and stress, and worry. These are things that we are moving out of and away. So anything that comes in contact with any of you during the course of your 24 hours is nullified and vaporized. And you all have been educated and guided on how to enforce continuously. I have a protective mantra that is on my website. You can go there and you can read it. You can copy it and use it. I use it every day. I use it every night. I've done it for years. So just remember, unless it is empowering and supportive and nurturing and loving, it is not from benevolent source. It is not. It is from a frequency that is either confused or in low frequency. And understand, low frequencies can be very beguiling, soothing, introductive. It's real simple. So be aware of that. And in today's meditation, we're talking about power. Okay? And we all are power. Every single one of us. So, when we understand this. You, me, all of us, are of the highest power. We are not meek, milksop, ignorant, stupid, all of these things. We are omnipotently powerful, and it's the embracing that we do and the acceptance of this understanding, of this reality. This is not dictated to you by the mind or the ego. This comes from your God within you. Once humanity, amongst other things, embraces the fact that they are omnipotently powerful, and I don't mean from destructive standpoints or negative or low frequencies or conflict or that type of thing. The power inside of each and every one of us cannot be matched only by source, creator, love. That's the only match. There is nothing that flows in creation, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, it matches source's love. Nothing. This is our omnipotent power. You can detune and literally eliminate confrontation and anger with your focus of understanding and comprehension that you are omnipotently powerful, deep, eternal love. Okay? And once you embrace this fully, without hesitation, without the mind and ego trying to play games on you, say, oh no, this is silly, this is crazy, you'll see an immediate shift with your field, the auric field. And it's about embracing and accepting who and what we are. These are all steps to literally accomplishing that. So, this is power that you are. This power of deep eternal love. The power of benevolence and kindness and generosity. This is what this planet, this is what they have been trying, the low frequencies from day one, to literally obliterate that within this civilization. Convince it that it is weak, that it is useless, that it has no abilities, that it can be washed away. Okay? And when the mind, remember, when your mind, along with the ego, it comes in with these thoughts, and remember, thoughts are just thoughts. They're nothing else. They're not real until you make them real. Period. All right? So the power of the thought is twofold. If you are conscious and in command through your heart-mind, you will identify these thoughts as exactly what they are. Not real. They're just thoughts. And then you will choose which thought that you want to make real. So, this meditation is the power, literally, period, the power. Some reading that title might think a lot of different ways. Because the mind, again, plays that role, convincing us of different ways. But the power is our deep eternal love. The power is our mastership through the heart mind over the mind and the ego. The power is our benevolence and kindness and focus and balance and stillness of the mind. These are absolutes. And we interrupted, which I'm sure most of you are. And the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to relax. Most of us are not relaxed. Most of us don't know how to be relaxed because we're constantly stressing, fearing, worrying at one form, shape, or another. So, relax the body, drop the shoulders, ease your body. And as you're doing this, that will assist you very well is moving into the now. The past is the past. The future has not been created for you. You do not go into the past because it's very seductive. You go into the past, you reminisce about things, and then you go over bad things and you good things and everything. But you've already absorbed that experience, and you don't need to go back there. You don't need to revisit it. Because when you do, the danger is that you create your future. Because most of us live in the past. Most of the time, we live in the past. When we're brushing our teeth, or when we're doing something, we aren't even focusing on the moment or the now. You know what we're doing? The mind is just generating thousands of thoughts, and we're blinking, and we're going into the future, and then all of a sudden we go into the past. And we know that because we've all experienced it, and we experience it every day. Instead of stopping yourself and focusing, and then focus on what you're doing in the now. That brings you into the now when you focus on what you are doing and enjoy what you are doing. Okay? The majority of humanity doesn't do that. The majority of civilization is in the past and in the future. So stay in the now. Bring yourself into the now. And as you bring yourself into the now, the future chatter stops. The past chatter stops. All that there is, ever has been, and ever will be ever is in the now. Now, the body relaxes more. You begin to still the mind through being in the now, and you're going to want to breathe. And you want to breath in through the mouth, through the nose, and breath out through the mouth. Breath in through the nose, breath out through the mouth. And as you breathe in through the nose, you want to hold it 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. And then exhale through the mouth. Breath out. Now, for those of you who are new to this meditation in this now, we hold our breath to focus ourselves on the now. The breath is only on the now. It isn't in the past. It isn't in the future. It cannot be. So when we focus on our breathing, we are in the now. Some people say, well, how do you know you're in the now? Because you're focused on what you are when you're breathing is in the now. So you are in the now when you focus on the breathing. Not thoughts in the future, not thoughts in the past, because you were in the now. You do this at night when you start having these thoughts come in, and then they start worrying and stressing and fearing from things, from the past or from the future. And focus on your breathing. Watch what happens. All of that stuff, it just literally vaporizes. So being in the now and your breathing, we take for granted. And so most of us shallow breathe. We shallow breathe 16, 18% oxygen intake. Not good for the body. We focus on our breathing. We still the mind. And when we do this, body relaxes. Move into stillness. Remember, you are with your heart mind. You are in the heart mind. You operate from the heart mind. Heart mind is higher in the body. It can be in the chest, the neck, up into the head area. Not many people have it there because a lot of people carry their heart mind in the gut. Not a good place. It's too low. You'll know where it's at. You will know where your heart mind is at and where you are at within the heart mind. And remember also, you are merged with your God, the paradise, the kingdom of God, the mind of God, and the God. So you are one. You are part of Source. are transforming this dimensional frequency to a higher frequency. We are literally moving in higher and higher frequency. We do not entertain low frequencies, and I mean those low, whatever they may be, we know what they are. We know what they are. If they don't instill love, kindness, generosity, peace, and tranquility, which is a joy and a bliss, they are low frequencies. That's a given. No matter what the deliverance is of those frequencies, if they contain fear, anxiety, and stress, they are low frequencies. So we create heaven, nirvana, on this planet. And that's what's transpiring. We cannot not. There are millions of us in this meditation every single day. So arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light. It is our God light. It is our God energy. It is source. All that flows, ever has, ever will, ever is. And we circle the equator of this planet Earth. And here's where it gets interesting for those who wish to deharmonize our efforts. So we encase this planet in a perfect sphere of impenetrable source energy. It is at such a high frequency that the only thing that can actually, and I wouldn't even say penetrate, but join it, is deep eternal love. All of the other low-end frequencies and interdimensional, no matter what the source is, cannot. If it comes in contact, it is vaporized. So the planet, all life on it and in it, in its upper atmosphere, and above and below, is protected. Now, low frequencies will try to convince those of us that this can't be, or blah, blah, blah. But it is a fact. It is an absolute fact. Now, we are also in perfect spheres of protection. This comes from the God within, and it comes from the source of all creation. Because we deem it to be, then it is so. That's it. That's how simple it is. We deem it to be, so it is so. I am that I am. So it is, so it shall be. This is made up, the spherical energy is made up of the emerald green, flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael, the violet, blue, purple, flaming light of Archangel Michael, the white fire, the purple transmuting flame, the golden white pink light of Prime Source Creator God, Mother, Father, God, Source, our family. Deep eternal love. The highest power and highest frequency that can be, that ever will be, that is. Remember that. You're saturated, you are continually protected, period. You can see the reflective energy. There's like particles of reflecting glitter in our atmosphere, on the ground, in the oceans, covering all life. Now, we begin to move up above the planet. And we leave the body, but we're connected, because our God energy powers these bodies. So we don't care to leave them. And remember, you're protected, so no matter if you leave the body, you're still encased in the sphere. No matter how you expand, the sphere expands with you. So we move up above the planet, and as we do this, we immediately call on our other brothers and sisters, the other gods, the other pieces and parts of Source. And they come from all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. This includes interdimensional, it includes every density, dimension, existence of any form, no matter what it is, of frequency, of energy. And they can only participate in this meditation if they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love. The others cannot because their frequencies are too low. And they are in joy and benevolence and tranquility. They are in peace, generosity, humbleness. They're full in compassion. They are non-judging. And they come in the Guga plexus. Guga plex will fill this universe. Not only are they filling this universe, they're filling other universes. It's massive. In this now, in this meditation. And arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us. They're gods with our gods. And they are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We're all one. We're all love. And our God-light energy is everywhere. We call upon the archangels, seraphim, cherubim, archetypes, all of the angels, all of the civilizations. They've been helping our civilization for eons. In protection, support, caring, love, generosity, peacefulness, protection, all of these things. And only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love, can join us in this now, in this meditation. They are in peace, joy, generosity, benevolence, tranquility, humbleness, peace, full in compassion, non-judging. And they come in the trillions. Massive numbers, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this now, in this meditation. And they are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, as we are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we're all one, and we're all love, and our God-light energy is everywhere. We call upon ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Treya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, just to name a few. These are those who have ascended out of body, left the matrix, and have returned to assist us in our evolutionary track, ascension, enlightenment, into a higher existence, frequency. They take the risk of being trapped, but they don't care. They are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love. They are in joy, generosity, humbleness, peace, benevolence, kindness, caring, full in compassion, non-judging. You see, us as high frequencies, created by Source, are here to saturate all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, with deep eternal love, the highest frequency of creation and before creation. We call upon civilizations who are only of the highest, of those in these civilizations who are only of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love, can join us. Because if their frequencies are low, they cannot. And they are in peace, in joy, tranquility, benevolence, generosity, humbleness, full in passion, compassion, non-judging. And they come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They're gods with our gods. In this now, in this meditation. They are of the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes as we are of the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are all one. And we are all love. And our God light energy is everywhere. We call upon the galactics and the off-worlders. Now, only those of these civilizations who are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love can join us in this now, in this meditation. They are in generosity, humbleness, peace, kindness, benevolence, tranquility. They are full in compassion. They are non-judging. And they come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand, they're gods with ours. They are of the highest, deepest, deepest, deepest gratitude. We are of the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest gratitude. We are all one. We are all love. And our God light energy is absolutely everywhere, continuing to saturate the very sacredness of space. All that there is, ever has been, ever will be ever. They have been assisting us with our evolution, our ascension, our enlightenment. And are freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage, slavery. And they come arm in arm, hand in hand. In this now, in this meditation, their gods with ours. And they are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, and we are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one. We are all love, and our God light energy continues to saturate all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. We call upon our loved ones, those who have ascended out of body in this life and all lifetimes that we have inhabited. Only those who are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love. And what this means is that they are pure love. They have no low frequencies. They are love. They are in joy, in peace, in benevolence, in tranquility, in kindness, in generosity, in full compassion, in non-judging. They come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this circle of light, in this halo. They're gods with our gods. They are of the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal gratitudes. And we are of the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal gratitudes. That means forever. And we are all one. We are all love. And God light energy is absolutely everywhere. Now we call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on, in, above, and below this planet, in this now, in this meditation. Only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love can join us. They are in generosity, peace, joy, bliss, kindness, benevolence, tranquility, humbleness, control and compassion, non-judging. And just to name a few we're somewhat familiar with, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, gnomes, dwarves, the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, mermaids, dolphins, the whale, the unicorn, the Pegasus, the centaur, the minotaur, many, many more of sizes, colors, and shapes, configurations that we've never seen before. And they come arm in arm, hand in hand, joining us in our circle of light, in this meditation, in this now. They're gods with our gods. They are of the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes, and we are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes. We're all one, and we're all love, and our God light energy is everywhere. We are the power of source creation. We are pure love. The rest of this gobbledygook is debris we are vaporizing away, transmuting into neutralized substance, eliminating it permanently. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. This sphere we created holding all of our meditations in perpetual motion. This is omnipotently powerful. It can be felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. Feel it flood you, inside and out, your physical, biological structure, and your God. It saturates you. It emblazons you with the understanding and conscious awareness that you are omnipotently powerful, that you are made of the highest frequency and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. Deep eternal love. Feel it because you know it to be true. It isn't something to fear. It is something to embrace. It isn't ego. It is not mind. It is your deep, eternal flow with Source, the God. We are creators. Why do you think the term made in His image? Not the bodies, but the gods within. Feel that flood you. Your confidence soars. Your frequencies become higher and higher. Your joy expands from within to without, from inside to outside, all around. And understand your fears, your spheres of protection are intensified each step you take in higher frequencies. You all are the power. You all are the change, and you all are shifting the very fabric and frequencies contested. This is why we are moving into higher and higher frequency. We have chosen to do so. We have identified and we have literally bonded with the gods within us, with our heart minds. We know. We don't guess. We know. This is not arrogance. This is not conceit. It is not ego. It is what we are. And we always have been. We always will be. We look down upon the planet. We see all the life. All of our brothers and sisters. All forms, shapes, sizes. On the planet, in the planet, above the planet, below the planet. And we flood them endlessly with the awareness. We intensify and increase the higher frequencies, the deep eternal love. Their protection spheres intensify. They are all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. And understanding this intimately, that we are all one, and that we are all love, and that our God-light energy, as we are in this now, in this meditation, is expanding at huge acceleration throughout existence and beyond existence. Feel it, flow of it, embrace it, because that's what you are, each and every one of us. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close this out. embrace that which you are. And when you do this, you surrender to yourself. You surrender to the God within. You understand that you're pure, deep, eternal love. And all of the other things in these bodies and in this matrix that we pick up, and that the mind throws these thoughts out there with the ego, we begin to realize that we are the power. We are the change. If we deem in large capacity, as we grow with these meditations, it cannot not be. You see? Our intent through deep eternal love and our heart minds is what transforms everything, is what shifts everything. And that is exactly what all of us are experiencing. What is the source? The source of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. It's everywhere. Doesn't it make sense? It says you are part of source. That you have the same power. That you are the deep eternal love. This is what those low frequencies have tried to convince this civilization from day one, that it is not. Okay? Then you begin to realize how silly it all is. Then you choose to increase your vibrational frequency through deeper and deeper eternal love. And then everything begins to transform and change as it is doing now. Our atmosphere, our soil, our land, our trees, all life is transforming. And it isn't transforming in low frequencies. It is absolutely opposite. No matter what you view, the attempt of the movies that they put out in front of you, the attempt of their activities, is just low frequency. We do not give that attention. We have been there and done that. It is time for us to move forward and create the paradise and the heaven on earth that we are, that our gods are. Take it with you for the rest of the day into the evening and night and the following morning. And we will return here at 3 p.m. Eastern, September 20th, 2019.